Hey everyone, welcome to Greg's Garage. I'm your host, Greg White. Now, one of the things you didn't see last October, November was me introducing the Suzuki Burgman 200, a new then scooter to the world. Now the problem, well, I didn't exactly turn on the microphone, so you got a lot of this. Yeah, I was actually pretty excited about the scooter, but I haven't had a chance since to be around one and to really introduce it to you. However, Suzuki invited me to the press launch, so it's off to California, the San Diego area, to give the Burgman 200 a run for its money.
Hey everyone, I'm Frankie Garcia from Suzuki Motor of America, and today we're going to check out the 2014 Suzuki Burgman 200. So up front you'll see a 6-spoke cast aluminum front wheel. Connected to the front wheel is a 33mm inner tube diameter front fork. It's a telescopic fork. Also up front you'll see a disc brake, which we also have in the rear. Connected to disc brakes is an ABS unit, and it's the same style Nissan ABS unit derived from the Suzuki GSXR 1300 Hayabusa. So it's a really sufficient ABS unit, works really good, we're really happy with it. Up here you'll see the windscreen, got a nice big bubble, puts a nice little air pocket around the rider. It's very nice and keeps the wind out of the rider's face. Up here we got your standard instrument cluster. It's got all the normal lights and everything you'll see on a standard motorcycle. Same with the handlebars. You got all the switches, standard stuff you see. We got the start button, we got the hazard lights, blinkers, high beams, really simple basic stuff up here. Also you'll notice we have the storage compartments. So up front we have 7 liters of storage. We got this little guy over here. Put your cell phone in there, whatever. We also got this down here, which is actually lockable. So in here, we can fit a water bottle in here. It's got a 12-volt DC power outlet. Plug your cell phone in, get that thing all charged up. In the back, we got under-seat storage. We got 41 liters of storage down here. And you can fit 2 helmets plus a few extra things in here. So lots of room. It's illuminated with a light. So powering this 2014 Burgman 200, we got obviously a 200cc engine with a CVT transmission. We also got in the back here, we got adjustable rear shocks. And once again, you'll notice the ABS rear disc brake. And that's our 2014 Suzuki Burgman 200.
Well, thanks to Frankie for more details about the Burgman 200. Now you know that, how about the riding impressions? First of all, absolutely love this scooter. Some of you know that I took a scooter cross country a number of years ago, blah, 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 but this thing is definitely way above that in terms of performance, right? Nearly 19 horsepower, close to 13 foot-pounds of torque. The fuel injection is spot on, so when you roll on the throttle, you get some good throttle response. The CVT transmission is very typical, right? Where you're gonna roll on, you get a little bit of delay, but then it's gonna pick up and do what it needs to do. Now, I'm near 6'3", and I can tell you that for me, in terms of where your feet are, because this is the lowest seat height in the class for this type of scooter, that my knees were actually bent in a little bit more than 90 degrees. And so over time, they would get a little bit achy. The fuel economy, I got somewhere in the neighborhood of 61 miles to the gallon, and I am ham-fisted. Some of the other journalists on this ride were getting close to 70 miles per gallon. And the greatest thing about this thing is what it's designed to do. Turn, twist, and go. And that's all you have to do with the Burgman 200. Don't just take my word for it, though. Let's hear from some other journalists and see what they had to say about today.
There are a few things that really surprised me, actually, about this bike. 2 major things, actually. I think the number one thing that surprised me is that I carried you on the back and didn't tip both of us over on our butts. So that's the number one thing that kind of blew my mind. The thing that kind of I think shocked me the most, at the end of the day, as we were on our way back here, I was thinking, like, it hit me, you can actually get away with just 200 cc's. Not a lot of little bikes make me feel that way. You know, a lot of times I feel like you're gonna run out of power, you're just gonna want more. But in this case, if you're a scooter rider, you know, you want the simplicity of it. We did everything on this. We did freeway, back roads, town riding, and it handled all of it well. I mean, we were passing people on the freeway, and I thought, it's the first time I really felt like, yeah, you know what, 200 would do it. You don't need a whole lot more.
So when I first saw the Burgman, I'm like, oh, that looks like a scooter. And I wasn't that excited or interested in it, really, frankly. But then I actually got a chance to ride it, and I was really surprised at how much power it has for a 200. I was also surprised at how capable it was in terms of handling, like suspension and handling performance. So there were a lot of things that really stood out to me that were remarkable, that made me think like, oh, this is actually a pretty good scooter, and I'm very surprised.
I would honestly, truly recommend this for a beginner. It's that easy to ride, it's that lightweight, and it's just that stable. To me, those are really key things when you're a newer rider. You need something that is not intimidating, that doesn't surprise you or shock you, you know, mid-corner. This handled everything pretty well.
For more information, you can visit SuzukiCycles.com, and the Suzuki Burgman 200 is available now in dealerships for $4,999.
Yep, Burgman 200 sure was fun, but the constraints of all of Southern California, that might not be enough, huh? I might have to take that one maybe across country. It's got a little bit more pep in the step, and Burgman 200 across country. Wonder what I could call that. Anyway, we're out of here. It's all the time we have. Thanks for watching. If you're on the YouTube channel, click on subscribe. We appreciate that. Facebook is facebook.com/Greg'sGarageTV. You can follow me personally on Twitter. It's @GregWhite, and the Instagram is Greg's Garage. And for all the shows and stories we have ever done, well, I guess the ones that we actually record audio, you can go to Greg'sGarageTV.com. All right, thanks for checking us out and spending time with us. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time on Greg's Garage.